All right, for more on all this, let's bring in Don Bramer, former Navy intelligence officer and chairman of the Bramer Group. Thank you very much for talking to us. First, I want to get your reaction to officials at the Pentagon reportedly considering pulling these U.S. troops from West Africa. We don't often talk about West Africa and troops there. And apparently it's part of a strategy to shift focus to potential threats from Russia and China. So an interesting development to talk about.
Well, Julie, Merry Christmas to you and to all of our troops around the world.
Indeed.
You know, refocusing and redistributing troops is something that the Pentagon does on a continuous basis. We hear a lot about when we are bringing troops home, when we are pulling out, but it's hard to believe that, you know, almost every day we are deploying troops from the United States. Threats change. The battlefield is ever evolving, and we must constantly look where is the best use of these assets. As Luke mentioned a few moments earlier, you know, most of the strikes in West Africa have been drone strikes, and as a matter of fact, most of those drone strikes could actually be enacted from not in West Africa and in the United States. So we have to look at those threats and realize that, yes, it is true. You know, China, Russia, North Korea, countries that we, you know, put on the back burner for so many years as we were looking at terrorist camps and extremists, have now risen to another challenge, and we must be ready for that fate.
We're also keeping a close eye on North Korea, of course, and, you know, right before Christmas, like they have done in the past on national holidays here in the United States, this time they're warning of a so-called Christmas gift. Well, it's Christmas Day, so far nothing, but it is important to note that we remain the dominant military, diplomatic, economic position. North Korea is obviously comparatively very weak, and our military, you know, continues to keep us all safe. But when you hear of North Korea, you know, warning us of a Christmas gift, he is clearly trying to send a message. The question is it all talk?
Well, you know, Kim certainly has a large mass of resources in his arsenal. You know, since 2017, he has not launched an ICBM, but there is always that capability that he has that he could do. You know, he has his own moratorium. You know, could this be propaganda? You know, we could hope. You know, as the president said, that gift could have been a Voss, but we have to remain calm. You know, so far all is well. Hopefully we can resume talks and find a clear path to resolve the situation, or at least figure out the steps that are going to take us to get to there. You
know, you just made mention of the fact that he has not test-fired missiles in some time. This is something that we didn't really talk much about in years past. This almost seemed like a regular occurrence. How much would you attribute that to the Trump administration?
I think it all should be attributed to the administration. You know, for many, many years, for up to several administrations, we were never able to get to the point where we are now. You know, and some say that the president's being played or this is a long process. I've always said that, much like our peace talks with China in the 70s, Russia in the 80s, these things take time, they take steps. So look at the small wins, the victories. At least we're still at a point where there's no missiles being fired, and we are in a dialogue. It's just going to take time before we sit down and figure out what is the path to where both sides think that they've achieved success.
I mean, when we look at these pictures here, it is actually almost hard to believe that these two are shaking hands after, you know, President Trump called him Rocket Man, and then he was the first president in U.S. history to actually cross that border into Pyongyang. What at this point would be, I guess, the right direction in order for these denuclearization talks to move forward, but not only to move forward, to succeed? And do we ever get weapons inspectors into North Korea? Is that something we could ever get done? Because if we had weapons inspectors there, not that they would ever be into that, but if somehow that were to be happening, that would certainly, I would believe, seal the deal for some kind of negotiation to pull off those sanctions, knowing that North Korea has to hold to its word.
Weapons inspectors would be a great idea, and that would be an amazing sign of success. However, I think the first thing, let's have a plan. What's our timetable? What steps are we going to take where both sides bring something to the table, where each side, both Pyongyang and Washington, feel like they are both gaining something from this process?
All right, Don Bramer, thank you very much, and Merry Christmas to you, and to, of course, all our troops overseas. Thank you.